Okay, here we are at the spot where they filmed James Dean in Giant. It's the Little Riata site, and it's the Wyatt Ranches. Actually, you can see Little Riata on the front, but we're going to drive up a little closer to see if we can get some better pictures. But we pulled into this little area. It's like a pull-off area, and you can actually see the windmill in the distance right there. There's the actual windmill, still standing after almost 70 years. That's incredible. But that's a windmill James Dean climbed up in that scene from Giant. So we are here near Marfa, Texas. It's probably about, maybe 15 miles west of Marfa on 67 and 90. You can't miss it. You'll see this big old Wyatt Ranch sign here and Little Riata on the side. But then over here, which is pretty cool, they've got a little sign that says Jet Rink Corral, Wyatt Ranches. So this is kind of like a little homage to the movie. But this whole area was where George Stevens filmed Giant. Well, that's not the actual windmill that Dean climbed, but it's a windmill with a very beautiful background. Over here is the actual windmill. We're going to drive a little closer, so I'll add a subsequent video to this one as a documentation of our visit to Little Riata, the site where Dean filmed most of his scenes. So yeah, December 22nd, 2023, about 15 miles west of Marfa, Texas, on the Wyatt Ranch property, checking out the famous windmill, that iconic scene where Dean climbs up on the top of that windmill and looks over his land. Little Riata. Okay, here we are at the location site where James Dean filmed a lot of his scenes. They put up a little sort of memorial for that film, Giant. Here you can actually hear, I believe this is a Michael Nesmith tune. It's playing through that rock right there, sitting in front of that car. There's a little solar panel right there. I think that's driving that. And here you see a scene of Rock Hudson in his car. Rock Hudson played Big Benedict, and James Dean played Jet Rink. There you have a mock-up of Riata in the background with George Stevens, the director of the film, sitting in his director's chair, film camera in front of him. And of course, here's a beautiful billboard of Elizabeth Taylor, who played, what was the character's name? Leslie Benedict. Yes, she married Rock Hudson in the film Giant. And get this is the actual windmill that James Dean sat on in that iconic scene in Giant, where he's sitting out on his property looking over the land, and you can see remnants of that's the actual windmill there we're looking at, the tattered sort of wooden windmill. And over here you see just little things that were I guess in the film. It's going to be so cool next time we watch the movie. It's going to be so interesting next time we watch the movie, looking for these landmarks in the film. This little trench here, actually, I think, oh, and there's the Little Riata sign, which is pretty cool. The Little Riata sign.
Do you see the train tracks?
Oh no, where's the train tracks?
Right behind.
Oh yeah, there's some train tracks behind.
So maybe
Okay.
that's like where they did like some of the scenes where the train scenes.
Maybe so, who knows? But this little gully here, I kind of remember. So this little sort of carve out in the land here, I remember in the film. So this, now that's kind of interesting in the background. Those two kind of buttes kind of sticking up in the distance. So I don't know. Well, yeah, this is a little landmark tribute about 15 miles west of Marfa to an iconic film, Giant, which was filmed in 1955, released in 56. It was Dean's last film. Sadly, he was never able to see the success of it, and I think he was nominated for an Academy Award posthumously for playing Jet Rink. But you know, Debbie and I, it's one of our favorite all-time movies. I can't wait to go home and watch it again. I have it on DVD, and this was one of our desires is to see this movie. See these sites. So now we're going to try to see if we can find the actual remnants of the facade for the big house, Riata. But it's cool that we found Little Riata, and it's just like on 67/90, 15 miles west of Marfa. So it's very easy to find. There's a nice little pull-off here where you can actually park your car safely and not have to worry, because there is a lot of traffic running down this road, as you can hear. So, but it's a nice little pull-off where you can pull off, and if you have camera with a big telephoto lens, you can get some really good detailed pictures of the iconic windmill. But anyways, I'm filming this just so I can remember this experience, because it is a little bit of a journey for us to have made it out this far. But we're glad that we were able to see it. Earlier in the week, we stopped by Marfa and spent some time in the El Paisano Hotel, checking out the little museum dedicated to the film, and now we're actually at the location site. So anyways, near Marfa, Texas, the site where Dean filmed his iconic scenes. James Dean filmed his iconic scenes. Brilliant young actor, sadly, who lost his life at the age of 23 in a horrendous car crash. And but to this day, I'm still a diehard Dean fan. I love his movies, and Giant is especially one of my favorites. Signing off.